Ever wondered how to bring the best out of your child and secure a resilient, confident life based on strong foundations? Me too! When we're doing homework and I see my child struggling to learn the alphabet despite knowing all her friends can do it so easily, I'm getting concerned. We've tried phonics, rhymes, rote learning, you name it. Before getting fed up and quitting, I began to inquire as to what is going on. It turns out kids have different levels of brain development as time goes on. Some develop at a nominal rate, some slightly quicker, some slightly slower. Since my girl wasn't getting it, I knew I needed to approach things differently. I had to adjust, but I didn't quite understand how. That's when I discovered the stages of brain development. The truth is, understanding the brain's development is absolutely crucial to get this right. Dr. Dan Siegel and Tina Bryson consistently demonstrate that when we align our parenting with brain development, we see remarkable changes in their results. It's not just about academics or behavior, it's about nurturing the whole human being. Early on, it's about creating a secure attachment with your child between the ages of 0 and 2. Being present, showing affection, nurturing learning as new patterns emerge. Like sitting, crawling, standing, walking, and even talking. And this is where communication takes a whole new direction. It's exciting as they begin to form words and mirror what you say and do. You can really begin to see their personality start to come out. Having that secure attachment is absolutely vital because your kids will start to enact their mind of their own in ways that maybe they don't have your say-so. Trying to walk up and down the stairs by themselves. Oh, a disaster waiting to happen. Climbing on things precariously or rummaging through your cupboards. Building that trust through a secure attachment builds the trust that gives you the authority so many parents fighting for. Between the ages of 2 and 7, continue to nurture all of the new patterns that are starting to come out. Conversations about which foods they'll eat, which activities or sports to enroll them in, and the beginning of life at school and education. The challenge I saw here was that the kids in our family are all at different ages and therefore all at different stages of their brain development. Reading and writing, for example, well, it's still just reading and writing, but between the different kids, they require different difficulty levels and different tools so the work can sink in and they can learn to read and write. A one-size-fits-all approach definitely hasn't worked here. A tip I found absolutely invaluable is to have a framework to work from. What do I mean? I'll introduce the topic, I'll introduce the skills that are being learned, and I'll outline what the results could or should be. Throwing in a sense of inspiration certainly helps. Going back to reading. Initially, the topic is the alphabet, where the letters will form sounds, then words, then sentences and stories. And of course, as they get older, they're looking at different news articles, web pages. It's confusing at first, but it's about understanding what resonates with your child and what mystifies them. They'll ask you questions and then you go ahead and answer them. So be prepared. Some amazing tools we've used to assess and adjust temperament during learning include breathwork, meditation, cold exposure, and of course, exercise. You can find out more about these tools by clicking the links in the description below. One of my most favorite focus tools is called Non-Sleep Deep Rest or Yoga Nidra. Simply type in on YouTube NSDR plus a time limit, for example, 10 minutes, and then you'll be met with a myriad of different videos that will guide you through the non-sleep deep rest process. I've listed some of my favorites down below. Meditation is another top favorite. Having kids sit still and gently breathe is one of the toughest things I've encountered. To pull this off, we would put on soft music, something like a handpan, working in the background. Then I'd ask the kids to do box breathing. There's a really handy poster that you can use with your kids to visually represent what to do in box breathing, and I've linked that down below as well. Cold exposure. Now, this is the toughest tool I found to implement. I'm talking about ice baths and cold showers. The benefits are in the resources down below. I won't bang on about cold exposure because it's a personal thing, it's cultural, not everyone's interested. But I will say this, I found it incredibly funny to do as a family. It's a true bonding experience. All the little fears and doubts that pop up when they know they're going to get into the cold, including myself. But the sensation of sitting through the cold for a short time and the euphoria that becomes of it really says something. I found mental focus and determination are also enhanced. A dream for a worried parent, don't you think? Exercise is a great way to enhance mind and body through gameplay, strategy, and skill development. We play tennis almost every morning. We create hand-eye coordination games like bounce and catch, where one person will throw the ball on a single bounce, the other person will catch the ball in their opposite hand. Repeat. And competitions like who can hit the most shots in a row. At ages 7 to 11 and beyond, attention spans begin to emerge. This is cool. This is where we get to really do some fun work. You can intensify the learning tasks. Things like more complex language in reading and conversation, story writing, journaling, mathematics, time management, cooking, cleaning, all that cool life stuff. Consistency is difficult because it often relies upon who's around at the time. If it's just me, one other child, very easy, low barrier, low distraction. But if there's multiple kids around, maybe they're disinterested and you've got to enroll them into the process because maybe it's more fun to play outside and kick a ball than it is to be inside cleaning up a mess. Once again, you've got to keep that framework, introduce the topic, outline the skills that are going to happen and the results that can come from it. They've got to see the benefits. At times you'll be tearing your hair out. Other times you'll be feeling like the best parent on earth. Keep your tools and your framework handy and you'll breeze through this. It'll keep you sane and on track. Each stage of brain development is an opportunity to share, learn, process, collaborate. You want to see skills emerge and improve over time. I dive deeper into these strategies and present exclusive tips and resources in my newsletter. The link's down below. Now, here's a little bonus I haven't mentioned yet. When you focus on nurturing your child's brain development, you're not just helping them in the present. You're giving them the tools they need to develop strong, healthy relationships, manage stress, learn skills, and to pursue their dreams. Imagine your child growing into a confident, resilient, and compassionate adult. That's the power of understanding the developing brain. I remember one evening, our youngest came to me and said, "Daddy, I can't sleep." I asked her, "What tools do we need in order to get back to sleep?" My heart just melted with her response. She said, "We need to close our eyes, breathe deeply, and be calm, and then wait until we fall asleep." It was a moment of pure joy knowing that she was learning to manage her emotional state. And it worked. She went back into the room, followed her own instructions, and didn't come back out until the following morning. If you'd like more insights about this kind of cool stuff, the psychology of kids and parenting, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. As I said, my newsletter's got exclusive tips and content for your betterment in parenting world. And if you feel like you'd like to go deeper into nurturing your child development, check this video out next.